WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy, brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man. Today I got y'all with a dope Damian Lillard type offensive threat build. You know what I'm saying? It isn't called offensive threat, actually comes out as a 3-point shot creator, but this build has everything you need to be successful on the offensive end, and it's one of those small guard builds that everybody says is dead, but I don't agree. So we got this build at 6'2", 188 pounds, 6'10 wingspan with a solid body shape. You can do whatever body shape you feel like you need. Now, before we even get too far into the video, I would ask that y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, first things first, close shot. We're only gonna take this up to a 58. We ain't trying to do no close shots. This build is here to dunk the ball, but we will be throwing some layup on here. For the times that you do get layups, I want you to be straight on that too. Now for the driving dunk, we're going to max that thing out at a 93 to make sure we can get that gold posterizer. That's definitely something that we're going to take advantage of on this build. And we got stuff like Giant Slayer and Mismatch Expert that we're also going to be using. Now we're going to take this 3-point shot up to an 89. We're going to leave the mid-range shot at a 75, and with the free throw, just to make sure that this build can get some decent free throws, we're going to go ahead and take this up to a 76. The pass accuracy, we're going to take this up to an 80. Now, as a point guard, I really wouldn't suggest going much lower than this unless you get something just absurd for doing so. We're going to take the ball handle up to a 92. That's going to get you hyperdrive on Hall of Fame. And with that being said, in order to get that badge, I would highly suggest adding a few badges to Playmaking. I'm sure at this point almost everybody has rebirth. I would use those rebirth points to add to that just a little bit. We're going to take the speed with ball up to an 86. For the perimeter defense, we only gonna go up to a 70. I'm not trying to make this build to be outstanding defensively. The build is already 6'2". I just think, if anything, you should focus primarily on this steal, which I am gonna take up to an 85. Now with this being at 85, we're gonna go ahead and jump down to block, just take this up a couple points, and defense, we're gonna take this up a few points as well in order to get, you know, a decent badge count, man. Like, really, on defense, we're really not too worried about too much. Those, honestly, between the block and the defensive rebound, those are going to go up anyway when you add more attributes to other areas. We're going to take the speed up to an 80, and I know you're probably thinking that's not very fast for a point guard, but truthfully, the stat you need to be focusing on to get the most speed out of a build is honestly the acceleration stat. The strength, we're going to leave that right where it is, but with the vert, we're going to take this up to an 82. Now, I will tell you, with the build with low strength, the one thing that you are risking is people are going to blow by you a lot. That just is what it is. People are going to blow by you a lot, but this build is good for, like, really threes. Honestly, it's decent on twos if you know how to time those steals. And then last but not least, we're going to take that stamina all the way up to a 96. Now, the build ends up with 20 finishing badges, which is more than enough to get everything that you're going to need as far as finishing goes. 22 shooting, 25 playmaking, but I would still add a couple things to the build in order to get more playmaking and just to get more out of the build, and then 15 on defense. But the physicals are very solid. Like I said earlier, that acceleration is what's gonna do the most for you as far as being able to make this build feel like that offensive threat type of build that you're going for if you're watching this video. Now for the takeovers, we got finishing, shot creating, sharp shooting, playmaking. That's pretty much all you need. We're going to go with finishing moves and limitless range. I feel like if you want to be a Dame type of player, then that's what you're gonna need. We can go ahead and complete the build so I can show you what the build comes out as. So we got shades of Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Darius Garland, and of course the namesake of this build, Damian Lillard. And like I said earlier, it comes out as a 3-point shot creator, or what I like to call more like an offensive threat type of build. But we are going to test the build so I can show you some of the badges that I would put on this build in order to make it a super OP Dame type of build. If y'all have played Dame in my career, y'all know how crazy it goes, especially on those higher levels. But yeah, let's get right into those badges. Now, when it comes to finishing badges, this is what we're going to do right here. We're going to core limitless takeoff or posterizer, it doesn't matter. We're going to run both of those on gold. And if you do want to get slithery finisher, you're going to have to add some extra badge points in this category in order to get it, man, because right now I don't think it's very much needed for this. But we also got Pro Touch on bronze, Fearless Finisher on silver for the times that you do get layups, Acrobat on silver, as well as Giant Slayer. I feel like Giant Slayer is definitely one of those badges that cannot be slept on. You could put that up to Hall of Fame if you plan on trying to get some of those contact dunks, because this build is made to get those contact dunks, and you can get those elite joints. I honestly think, you know, if you take up the vert just a little bit, you'll probably be able to get those small contact dunks as well. Now, all right, for shooting, this is what you want to do. You want to make sure you put Agent 3s on gold. The fading 3 is every small guard's most valuable weapon, bro. You can use fading 3s like you wouldn't believe on pretty much any of these builds, even with that, I think it was an 89 3 ball. And then blinders kind of just helps you get even more of a boost from those side contests, because a lot of the times that's pretty much the only contest that they're going to get. And with blinders, you'll still be able to green that thing. We got amped on bronze. That's really just to give you a little extra boost when you're running low on stamina. Green machine on gold. Space creator as well. For those moving shots, this definitely helps if you do those step back type of shots. It's not the same as, like, you know, the step back dribble move. I'm talking about the actual step back shots where you're like maybe running towards the corner and you hold the right stick down in order to get that jump back shot. Now, last but not least, we're gonna have volume shooter on Hall of Fame. That's for any build. I would highly suggest having on volume shooter. It's one of the most important shooting badges, in my opinion, outside of Agent 3s, because I mean, obviously as a point guard, you're gonna be dribbling a lot, stop and pop, and you know, circus 3s are all those type of shots that you should be taking on this build. So now for playmaking, and this is probably where I would anticipate that you would need to put the most of those extra badges in, just so you can get hyperdrive a little bit higher. We got clamp breaker cord and tier 3 on gold, handles for days, silver, mismatch expert. This badge is what will make this build so crazy. It'll help you get a lot of those blow by animations that you're trying to get from clamp breaker and make them even more, I guess, OP against those builds that are taller than you. And you know, at the point guard position, most of the builds will be taller than you because the 6'9" is really the meta at this point. Then we got unpluckable on gold, quick first step on gold, and hyperdrive only on bronze. But like I said, this is where I would focus the majority of those extra badges that you're gonna have from Rebirth or from any of those other things. So last but not least, we got defense. This build is okay defensively. I feel like if you want to add some extra badges just so you can get glove on silver, it'll be well worth it. We're gonna core clamps or glove depending on which one you actually get higher. Then we got pick dodger on bronze, ankle braces on silver, and off ball pest is there because a lot of the times once the point guard passes the ball, you're gonna be off ball, and that's a lot of the times. Like if you actually play good defense on the point guard, they're gonna pass the ball pretty early into the shot clock, and this will definitely help you out. Let me know what y'all think about this build down in the comment section. I definitely want to know, because I feel like these short guards are definitely what's gonna be it. If you're like a pro-am type of player, or you know, even in the park, I feel like as long as you have the actual steel on this build, you'll be straight even on the small guards. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here, but before you do, make sure you do me a favor, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to keep dropping these bangers all of 2K23. And yeah, check out some of my other videos, man. I have plenty on the channel. I got them separated into playlists and all that other stuff, so you can find exactly what you're looking for, whether that be a point guard, shooting tips, anything. I got it all. Lock in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the